Hey guys, welcome back to part two of Faith and Fitness. But I really wanted to just come on really quick before we got started with part two with Rachel and just say something that I didn't say last time. I think the reason that this was so important to me is it's kind of bringing like my two passions together. I'm very passionate about my faith and my relationship with God and reading His Word and prayer and all of that. But I'm also very passionate about like working out and having a healthy body and just really moving my body and just doing it for not to lose weight necessarily, but really just for my mental health, of course, my physical well being, and just also for longevity. You know, as long as God wants me here, I don't want anything that I do to my body or that I am to hinder what He can do for me. And so I don't want to be not able to move and stuff with my grandkids or anything like that. So I just really think it's very important that we start just really training our bodies for life, not necessarily, and I'm not like for a marathon or for powerlifting competitions or anything like that, but just training our bodies for life because every day in life we move, we pick up things, we have to stoop down and bend over and get on the floor. And I don't ever want to be in a situation where I can't do things because my body is limiting me. If it's in my, if it's within my will and it's within my ability to keep it from happening, I want to keep it from happening. And so I work out 5 days a week and I really enjoy it. And me and working out have a love-hate relationship. I hate to love it, but I love to hate it. But so I'm really excited. I was really excited about the opportunity to bring Rachel on because of that, because it's been two different times in my life when I really wanted to get fit and I ran to her and she helped me reach some goals that I was trying to attain. And so I really just wanted to pick her brain because I know her. She goes to the same church as I. She just goes to a different campus, and her and her husband and her three kids go to our church. And I just know that she is very vocal and out loud and passionate about her faith as well. And so that's why it was important for me to bring her in because she's very well versed in faith and fitness as well. And so I just wanted to bring somebody and have a little conversation with them um, about the things that I'm passionate about. And so definitely my faith and fitness are two things that I'm passionate about. So I'm so honored that Rachel is back for part two. So stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to Sunday Showers from the Source. I'm Patrice Hunt, and this is a Rachel Word. She's back with me again for part two of Faith and Fitness. So if you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, stop right here, go back and check out part one, and then come back and check out part two because she has given us some really good insights and wisdom and advice and just all kinds of nuggets that you'll want to know and hear about. So my next question that I had was, has your faith affected your fitness or vice versa? And you kind of talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
About like when you were in college and you were dealing with having a disorder and just like the God, really speaking to you and getting you through that. But
yes.
And as well as with the girl, like after you had your C-section.
Yep. Both times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The college experience was God helping me see how spiritual like food can get. Like, again, people may or may not be, depending on like what your faith is. It seems kind of like, oh, what? But like, you could have an addiction and not even know it to food.
Right.
Like,
Right.
And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. But it's like, no. Like, there's something deeper going on than just what you think from face value. If you're ever you ever find yourself like, you don't feel in control. Like, you feel like you can't get a hold of something. You don't know why you can't stop, or you don't know why this keeps happening. It could be deeper. And that period of time taught me that, like, it was really, really hard for me to come out of, like, I stepped off stage, Pat, and I gained like 20 pounds in like less than a month.
Oh,
like,
wow.
And I was like, what is happening to me? I couldn't stop binging. I couldn't stop and I would just wanted to rid myself of all the things. So I did whatever was necessary to do. It was just bad. Right. Yeah. And honestly, my husband is kind of who helped heal me unknowingly a little bit because we were dating at the time. And I didn't want him to see me doing certain things. Like I didn't want him to see me ordering stuff and eating that stuff. And so whenever we would hang out, like I was like, okay, I can't do that around him. So like, you know what I mean? And I had like a certain protocol that like, if I could get like to this day, then I'm good. But I couldn't. I just couldn't. It'd be like, so yeah, it just taught me a lot about how food can really impact, like, I don't know, it just goes on a deeper level. Like it could really have a stronghold on you if you just find yourself stuck, like actually stuck, right? And it also helped me develop a healthy relationship with food. So I hadn't had a healthy relationship with food for as long as I can remember, since I think I have a reel on this, like since I was in middle school, and I came from, my mom died when I was 12 and she pretty much cooked everything, right? And so I had a dad who was super hardworking, made sure we were smart and, on the path to college and all that stuff, but he didn't cook nothing.
Right.
So it's like, there's only so much he could do, right? And so we were getting whatever we could, peanut butter jelly, cereal, whatever noodles we could make, right? Or something. Yeah. My brother actually became kind of like the chef in the family because he was like, I'm just going to get Rachel Ray stuff and figure it out. And me, I was just like, this is whenever TV taught me nutrition, taught me what bikini bodies look like. Which is nothingness, right? Yeah. And I would do these fad diets at 13, 14, crazy, because I was like, this is what I want to look like, right? And as I was hitting puberty, I was like, whoa, what's that? And I was like, wait, I want to look like this. And that just kind of went in a downward spiral. And so dealing with that for a long time going into college, that's kind of what I was like, oh, if I can do this bodybuilding, then it might solve all my problems. And it made it worse, right? And so going through that period, God was able to finally heal my relationship with food, help me find systems to put in place to be able to do that. And you don't really know how to unless you're going through it. So if somebody's going through it, especially a mom, I'm pretty sure I can help you navigate how to figure those things out. And again, God used that. Like I wouldn't be able to relate if I hadn't gone through it. It sucked in the moment, but I get it, right? And so because whenever you have unhealthy relationship with food, those thoughts never go away. They don't. You have to, especially if you're in the mentality of, let me start again on Monday. As much as even if you've kind of done so much better at this point, and sometimes those thoughts happen. You're like, well, let me just chunk it up. No. And then you have to take those thoughts captive, like it says in the word. 100%. 100%.
You can't just ignore them or stuff them down.
Every single time. Yeah. The thoughts of, let me outwork this, whatever I just ate, those happen just because you've been having this good, healthy relationship with food for almost a decade.
It still happens.
They still happen. And recognizing who it is, why are you being attacked? You're being attacked. And it's like, whoa, where's that coming from? And then the more you resist, the more you combat it, the stronger you get. You just have to do it over and over and over and over and over again and not let it catch you, because that's whenever you kind of have to, you know what I mean? And so that taught me a lot about that. Like, it's crazy, y'all. Yeah. Using food. So yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like, it's almost like the food becomes an idol. Yes. And even if you're not like, oh, well, I don't eat, like if your issue is like, you don't eat, then food is still an idol because you're putting it on such a high pedestal that you're like, I can't control myself with it, so I'm not going to eat it. Yeah. So then you're starving yourself because of that. And then if you overeat, food becomes an idol because it's that thing that you go through to make yourself feel better. It's what you do when you celebrate. It's what you do when you're sad. It's what you do when you're happy. It's what you do when you're around people. It's what you do when you're lonely. Yep. So now food has now become that thing that you put on a pedestal instead of just a thing that you fuel your body with.
You got it. Yes. And who's supposed to be that person to do those for you? You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you're going through something, yes, you could kind of like, if you're stressed out and you're like, okay, let me go work out or something, that's a healthy, like, kind of stress relief, right? But, it's kind of like, the Lord's like, I'm here. Give me your problem.
Come
like,
to me. Lay it all on me.
Right?
Not food.
Yeah. Right? Because that ain't going to do nothing for you but put you in this vicious cycle. Again, the devil wants you to be in the vicious cycle of, using food to feel better. And then now that food that made you feel better now makes you feel bad and guilty. And God is not, he doesn't do guilty. That's not who God is, right? Devil does that. And so understanding that too, okay, if God doesn't want me to feel guilty.
Because in him there is no condemnation. So if I'm feeling condemnation, that's coming from the enemy.
100%. Like, and all of that is, again, part of healing your relationship with food, taking those, understanding what's actually happening. It's deeper. It's deeper than people
think. And I think that people don't think about food being a trigger or food being an idol or anything like that. But the thing is if he can get you into, like you said, that cycle where you're like, I'm going to eat this because I feel bad about myself and it's going to make me feel good. Right. But then now I step on the scale and it's saying this, or I put on these jeans and I can't fit them. Right. So now I feel bad about myself because I ate the food, but then now I'm going to eat the food again to make myself feel bad. And it's like that. Over and over and over and over again. And it's like, when are you going to get off?
Right. When are
you going to get off? And how are you going to do it? And it's just going to take God.
And I will say, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Because I cut you off. I will say, I've been thinking about this too. And it's been a recent thought is that, especially kind of coming into a new cycle, like, okay, instead of waiting till January 1st, how about we start now, moms? Like, you know what I mean? And instead, like, it's kind of like the yearly start Monday, right? And so the thing about moms, I feel like it's hard for us to ask for help. I feel like it's very, 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 very hard for us to ask for help. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
No, it's not. Because we feel like we should have it all together.
Because
we do everything for everybody else.
You got it. And we can do it all. Should we? No. But we can do all the things, right? Almost to a fault, right? And we shouldn't, but we can. And because of that, it's like, oh, I got it. I could do this on my own. And it's like when moms come to me, I know it took a lot for them to even reach out to be like, man, I need help. But like sometimes you're at a point where it's like, I can't help myself. I've tried over and over. And I just, and just, it's okay to ask for help sometimes when you just, and it's hard for us to say we can't. Because we can do anything.
Right.
Like, we're amazing. Right. Like, I don't like them words, right?
No.
But here's the thing. I'll let y'all know, even I have coaches. When I feel like, okay, there's something that I just don't know how to do. Other people have done it. I need to learn from them. They can help me get to where I need to be. I would reach out for help. Right. It took a lot to get there. But still, you know what I'm saying? I might have been a little stubborn, try to do it on my own. And that got me nowhere. So it's like, so I will say that too.
And I heard Jackie Hill Perry say this thing the other day. She was saying how God is the Trinity, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. So in essence, God is a community in and of himself. So if God functions in a community, who are we to think that we shouldn't have to?
Wow. That's so
I know
good.
She's good.
That is so good. Wow.
So it's like, how do we expect to be able to do life alone when there is the Trinity in God?
Dang, that's good.
So he didn't create us to do life alone. He saw in the beginning with Adam that he was like, it's not good for man to be alone.
Right.
So he gave him Eve. It's not good and when we're trying to attempt to do something on our own, the enemy, especially if it's something that's going to better ourselves or put us in a better situation, the enemy is going to try to attack that.
Oh, yes.
And if you don't have somebody that can come alongside you and shore you up and stand in the gap for you and encourage you, then it's not going to, I'm not going to say you can't do it.
Right.
But it's just going to be very difficult for you to do.
Exactly.
It's going to be very difficult for you to do it.
Yeah.
So the next question I have is, if you could give the person watching this one piece of advice about fitness, what would it be?
One piece.
Just one. Uno momento.
I told you this was going to be hard. One piece of advice that I would say, and this is cliche, people have probably heard this all the time, is And this is with working out, or is this like
just fitness in general, however you want it to be. So say what you were about to say.
So I was going to say, if we're talking like straight exercise, but we could even say like nutrition too. Work out because you love your body, not because you hate it. I would say
that's a good one.
That is my best piece.
That's a good one. Work out because you love your body, not because you hate it.
Yes, 100%.
That is amazing.
Then you will see amazing things happen when you get there. And we kind of already touched about it. We kind of talked about it, previously, but that's game changer.
That is great. And the reason I think that that's so great is because as you get older, the more you move, the more you can move.
Yes.
So if you work out because you love your body, and because when you're 60 years old, or like my dad is 60 years old, he still lifts weights, he still goes running, he still rides, like all of those things. My stepmom, 61 now, and she looks fantastic.
So good. So good.
And so it's like those things, like, so if you want your body to have that longevity for you, you got to take care of it. And you got to take care of it because you love it.
Yeah, because you love it. Yeah. Even eating to fuel your body, eating for your goals, whatever you want to call it. I kind of steer away from saying like healthy, because then there's like this thing that comes, people think I'm talking about salads or something.
No,
I don't.
Salads don't really have a lot of nutrients.
I feel like people will be so surprised.
And like the dressing that make it taste good is so high and like fat and all that. It's like you might as well just get a steak and some broccoli,
right? I don't want people
or some salmon.
I don't want people to think about healthy and put it in this category of like, I got to eat like this, but just, again, fueling your body in a certain way that makes you feel a certain way that works for your goals. And if you don't know how to do that, hire somebody who can. You know what I'm saying? It might not be me. It might be somebody else. But you know what I'm saying? Hire somebody who not just does your fitness, but does the nutrition too, to help you navigate, especially if you have an unhealthy relationship with food, or your hormones are crazy and you don't know what to do. Hire somebody. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of times we think that we, like you said before, we think as moms that we can do it all on our own.
Yeah.
And we can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just need help, and it's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
So Rachel, tell us how we can get in contact with you
So I am on one platform.
First, tell us what you do first.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. And then tell us how we can.
So what I do is I help busy moms lose about 10 to 20 pounds postpartum, and postpartum can mean like anytime after you have a kid.
Because I was like 6 years out.
Right. So
this last time.
And without restricting, without tracking macros or anything like that, I just help create lifestyle changes for you to be able to live your busy, crazy life, because I get it, okay, 3 under 3 here, okay, and still reach your goals, because it is 100% possible, despite what you might think you need to do, which you probably don't need to do. Okay, so that's what I do. You can find me on one platform. I am on Instagram. I hardly get on Facebook, but Instagram, Rachel.Word. You can contact me there. I will respond immediately.
And I'll put all the info for your Instagram, attach it to this video. And I just thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Because it was really good to see you in person.
I know.
Because she does train virtually. Like you can go to her, but she trains virtually. And I liked that, working with her. Yes. Because it gave me the freedom to do it within my own schedule and my way and things like that. So.
And I will tell you, online people sometimes do better than in person.
Really?
Yes, because here's the thing with online. I never thought I would love online, but again, God brought me here. The reason why I have this online platform is because God led me here. I would have never thought I would be an online. But here I am, right? And because again, kids change things for you, right? And so it's because that y'all have to show up for yourselves without a coach physically being present. You have to decide every single day to show up and work out, to show up in the kitchen and eat the thing, that whatever we're talking about. Like, you have a lot of decisions that you make on your own, and that's what makes y'all unstoppable. Apart from just me being in your face and leading you through this workout like that, I feel like that's why my online do so freaking good. Like if you do it, you do it just because, you know, you're building this mental strength that you're really not thinking about, because obviously we're in communication all the time, but like,
but also because you have to fill out that questionnaire.
yeah,
and you don't want to like come on and your this week's questionnaire is like you gained 6, and she's like, did you do the thing?
I mean, but even if you did, I'm here to
but
talk
yes,
through it,
because
right?
I will say that I think it was like one time where I was like, I didn't lose anything like this week, or maybe I'll gain like a pound or something. And you're like, okay,
yep, I ain't worried about it. Right?
It's like we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, because that's how it goes.
Yeah,
and then it's getting you to enjoy the journey, not necessarily the destination.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, because right now I will say that I have been in a place for a while now, but I definitely am in the place I'm in is where I just enjoy working out. I do it for me, and that's pretty much it. I don't do it to necessarily like I will say I do it because I want my arms to. I want like Michelle Obama and
yes, girl.
Angela Bassett arms, like
good Lord, yes.
But also I do it because when I get done, I have a feeling of accomplishment. And when I get done, I say, God, thank you, God, for my body, because it's moving and it's doing what it was created to do. And when I get done, I have like this energy and all of this other stuff. So it's just, and even though I'm going through menopause, it hasn't done me as bad as I thought it was going to do.
Right.
And I know that that's because
yes, girl,
because of the workout regimen. So
for sure, for sure.
But I thank you so much, Rachel, for coming and joining us. And anytime you want to come back, just let me know.
I will.
And if anybody out there needs help, if you just feel like you've gotten to a point where you're like at a ceiling and you just need help, please reach out to her. I'm going to put all her socials here so that you can reach out to her, because she will just kind of take you through it in a way that will make you feel better about yourself. One, because she doesn't make you feel harped on, and she'll make you feel accomplished, because you accomplished something. Because I think that's really one of the things that I felt after like all the workouts you would send me and stuff. I'd be like, I feel accomplished. I feel like I can do this.
Yeah.
And so that was definitely one of the benefits. So I thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
And do you still have spots available for this?
Yes, I have a couple of them. If you want to start on October 7th, yes, holla at me ASAP. Otherwise, we'll just be waitlisting.
Yeah. And that's what I like about you too, because she doesn't take on just a whole bunch of people. She has a small, like 15. She just trains 15 people.
Sometimes just 10.
Yeah.
Like really, right now I'm doing 15, but like sometimes I'm like, it's the smaller the better, because I'm like, you need to know that I'm here for you. Like if you text me,
I need to be able to answer
immediately. Like, that's just me. Though.
And that's definitely one of the perks. Yes. So, and I like that she has a small community, a small group of women that she does it with, because it does enable her to give you one-on-one help. And not just, do these workouts, not just eat this food or whatever, but it's also like, what were you feeling? What did you have going on this week? Was there anything that was hard for you this week? And so just like going through that is very important, because it's a holistic approach. And I think that's what helps with the longevity of the weight loss. So, because I'm like 9-10 months out now.
I know. And
I'm keeping it off. I'm going to do round 2, but I don't know when yet. I was talking to somebody and they were like, I'm going to do round 2 with Rachel. And I was like, I'm so jealous.
It's going to be great.
Yes. So again, thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us. And I will see you next Sunday on Sunday Showers from the Source. Bye. Hey, you guys, I haven't given you an update in a few weeks on watermelons from the Source. They were about this big. We ate one of them already. The other one, I don't think it's not ready yet, but like the one we ate, it was about this big. They're like personal size watermelons, and we cut it open, and I'm going to show you the video. My dad was so proud of like just really being able to like grow them and for them to flourish, and for him to be able to, like, that moment of cutting it off the vine was really just, you could see the pride on his face. And so I'm going to show y'all some pictures, and the video from that weekend when we were able to have some of the watermelon from the source.
It was green last week, but it turned brown. It was ready to cut. I'm going to get my seeds to cut. My first watermelon.
Dun, 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 dun. Now we ready to eat it.
It's another watermelon, and I showed it in the video. It's another watermelon here.
The other one is over there. Is that one ready too?
This one it still had a green seed.
Yeah,
It's still green, so.
it's not ready yet.
And that one was not yet ready to be cut, so we didn't cut it that day. But when it is ready, I'm sure that I will be running to his house to go get another piece. So I just wanted to give y'all an update on the watermelons from the source, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me this Sunday, and I pray that something was said that God will use to plant a seed in your life, and that He will water it and it will grow and bloom, and you will flourish in your Christian walk with Him. If you enjoyed today's message, or if you got anything out of it, or if you were blessed by it in any way, you can give us a thumbs up or leave us a comment below. Also, if there's anything that you would like to pray, that you would like prayer over, you can message me give me a private message, or if you want to share it, please share it. And if you want to get more information and see when the new episodes drop every Sunday, then please subscribe. It's right here. So I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.